Hello and welcome to an Ikoria Lair of the Behemoths draft. My name's Jesse Marshall, and this hand looks a little bit better, thankfully. We finally got 2 land with our Ominous Seas in the opening hand. So our opponent's on the play, which means that we should be able to draw a land in time for our 3 drops. And getting those Ominous Seas down on turn 2. It's certainly one of the better 2 drops in the format if you can hit it on your turn 2. Presents quite a large threat, especially in concert with all the cyclers and card draw that we've got going on here. I don't know that we're going to be needing double blue, so it's always a danger that I'm going to click that one, but thankfully no. Click the correct side of the card this time. So obviously, as the name of the counter suggests, it does foreshadow what it's going to do quite a long time before it does it, but repeatable 8/8s aren't all that easy to deal with. So we'll see what our friend Cyber Ewok has to say about this. Getting their Evolving Wilds out there. Get our owl looking nice and nighttime ready. Glimmerbell, cool. Happy to run the Thieving Otter into that, particularly if we can draw our 4-cost 4/2 flash Fathom Fleet Skirmisher, whatever it's called. And next turn, even if we don't draw that, it'd be nice if we can draw another 4-drop, but otherwise we can just drop another one of these cheeky Thieving Otters down. So mutated the Heron, but are they going to attack, I guess is the question. No, they're not willing to let us draw a card. So this is okay, because we've got these 2 Chittering Harvesters, so if they do elect to mutate this again next turn, there's the potential for us to get some pretty sweet value off the Harvester. If they choose instead to play another creature, then whatever, I guess we'll just play the Harvester out anyway. But the Harvester is going to brawl pretty well, or whatever it mutates onto is going to brawl pretty well with the Heron. Assuming that we don't run into multiple Essence Scatters, we should be okay. Although I assume that there's a bit of an imperative for them to develop their board now that we've got 2 Thieving Otters, because even if a Thieving Otter gets in once, especially with Ominous Seas out, it feels pretty bad from the other side of the table, I think. They're taking their time, thinking through the plays. It's turn 5. For them, there are probably quite a few options, given that it's sort of turns 4 to 6 where a lot of the action happens in this format. In most games of Magic, to be honest. They are running the time right down. Okay, when it's the battlefield, exile any number of aligned permanents you own and control. Okay. Cool. So Yorion might end up in the Binion here. Go over the top. Presumably they're going to sack the Dreamtail Heron though. No, sacking Yorion, okay. Therefore letting us draw a card, which is nice. And it is the Lore Drakkises, who, as we predicted when we were looking at the deck, doesn't quite doesn't quite have enough instances and sorceries, I should say, for us to get full value off it. But if we can hit our cycling 2-cost remove exiles target creature with converted mana cost 2 or less, whatever that card's called, if we can return those, then that's pretty good value, particularly when we've got the Ominous Seas on the board. So another card drawn for them, but if they don't have a sweet answer, then we're going to be able to make them sacrifice their mutated monstrosity with another Chittering Harvester next turn. So they got Pacifism for the first one, but unfortunately that's not going to save them from the second. another counter goes on there. And the harvester comes down. And we'll go over. And then in we go. And we'll play that one out, because going to 7 next turn may not be irrelevant. Alright, well, that unfortunately for our opponent is also going to have to get in the bin. As long as this resolves, that is. I'll target that anyway. Submit. And then it goes in the bin. Then we'll get in there, draw another card. Oh, all that value just feels magnificent, doesn't it? And now we've also got our Easy Prey Lore Drakkises combination, as well as the ability to create an 8/8, and furthermore, the ability to cycle this Easy Prey. To make them sacrifice another creature. Already mentioned the Easy Prey. Before our turn, we'll make ourselves a Kraken. We won't forget like we did last time. And we'll get in there. Say good game, because our opponent did as well. And thank them for their time. So speaking of thanking people for time, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. The deck again functioning very well as we try and progress our way up to Diamond. So we'll hopefully see you for another few games in this draft and see if we can't make it to at least Platinum Tier 1 by the time it's over. See you then.